In this particular class, I'm going to show you how to clean your data with Python, right? So the first thing we have to going to do is import the CSV file you want to use or the Excel file. For this example, we are using an Excel file, and if you go through, say read Excel, you can actually specify. If I go to, I think there's a, let me see, it's not showing up, but you can actually specify the sheet. I think this is our column. Okay, I think. Maybe I'll show you that. Go to pandas, then search. You can actually specify the sheet, right, that you want to select from, because an Excel file has multiple sheets. So you can specify the sheet number, right, you want to select from, as opposed to let me okay, yeah, this is it, sheet name, right? You can specify the sheet name you want to select from. But this example, our duplicated, okay, I think this one still works. You could specify the sheet name. Like this is just one sheet, so I'm not specifying it, it's just a default sheet. So once I import this, enter, then right, so this is my table. So first thing I'll notice is there's a column that is called do not useful column, so I'm going to have to drop that column. But you have to actually go through your table, but this is just an example. So I'll drop the column that says not useful, right? That is the first thing I will do. Then I think if there is any duplicate, I will have to drop that as well. Okay, there's a duplicate here at 20. So the first thing I have to do is to remove to drop our column, right? So go to data frame dot drop. I think this is how we do it. This should be how we do it. Data frame dot drop, then columns equal to what's the name of the column? Not useful. Then pass the in place as well. So it's, I need to, this is not the name I called it. It's called lists. Then set my in place to true, equals to true. I think that is it. Let's see if that worked. Let me just run this again just to be sure if it actually worked. Okay, it has been removed. So the next thing I want to do is to remove our duplicate. So I'm just going to copy this and paste this over here. Then dot drop, I think it's drop duplicates. Anytime you're having issue with any of the values, you could simply just check it out on the documentation, right? Which I did. I dropped duplicates. Okay, so we are moving forward. So remove mistakes in any column. Okay, so going through my table, I can see right over, I think here, there's an extra dash underscore, there's some dots, there's a slash, and this is not supposed to be names. So there's a method called the strip method. So what I have to do is go on last name, okay? So on last name, let me just paste this here. Let's go to, I think, last underscore name. Then there's a method under the string. I think it's strip. It should be strip. Strip. I want to strip out. So this strip works like the trim, right? It removes any. If you don't set the exact keyword you want to remove, it just removes space from the left and the right. But if you set, okay, remove the dots or the comma or the slash, it removes that from the left and the right. So I can say strip slash. Then when I run this, you see there was a slash here before, but it's gone. But for this, it's still here. So what I need to do is, and this is not done. It's not done in place, right? And you cannot actually set in place here because it's not directly connected to this particular one. It's not connected directly, so I cannot set in place. So to do that, all I need to do is to go the other way of setting a column value. Just equate it, which is like this. You see, V, this enter, okay. Then I want to remove for the dots and the underscore. So I'm just going to copy this again. Copy this, paste, paste. I guess so dots, remove any dots, then remove any underscore. And when I'm done, let me just run this. Okay, it's done. So I think I should just view it so we'll see that, okay, we are on the right path. Okay, just copy this and paste this over here, run this, go through our result, and it is perfect. So let's move on. So the next thing we have to standardizing of column using the replace, right? So I think what we need to standardize, we need to standardize our phone number, right? Some is this, I'm seeing dots in some, I'm seeing underscore slash in some, I'm seeing this bar in some. But what I want this particular style, right? I want to look like this, all of them to look like this. So the first thing I have to do is to remove all of this. I have to make them all numbers, okay? So the first thing I need to do is to make them all numbers, okay? So to do this, what do I need to do? I need to use the replace. So I'll say, just paste this, phone numbers. I think that is spelling. Let me check. Phone number, I think that's correct. Dot string, dot replace. Put this up. It's a bit noisy outside, but you're gonna have to bear with me, please. Let's see. What are we gonna replace? Remember in SQL we did something that has to do with wildcards and regular expressions. So that's what we're going to be doing here as well. We're going to say from A to Z, right? From small letter to small letter Z, from capital letter A to capital letter Z, then from 0 to 9, right? So I want to tell you that, okay, when you see anything from capital letter A to from small letter A to small letter Z, capital letter A to capital letter Z, then 0 to 1, I want you to see that and replace it with nothing, right? Okay, I think I'm making a mistake. So let me look at it first. I think I need to also set my regular expression regex. This starts with regular expression to true. I think I need to do that. Okay, right now it's replacing all the alphabets, small letters, capital letters, and numbers. What I want you to do is to inverse it, right? To inverse it, that means any special characters, what's going to change. Let me use my caret. Let me see if this will work. Okay, it's working perfectly, right? This is what I wanted. Okay, so now that I've done this, I would have to go and reassign this to, okay, I think I made a mistake. Copy everything from here and reassign it. Okay. So the next thing I need to do is to actually, for each of the numbers, add the dots, count 1, 2, 3, put a dash, count 1, 2, 3, put a dash, right? Then that's where it's going to end. So how am I going to do that? I will need I need to get this first and foremost. There is a function called the apply function. Right? What it allows us to do is to a method called apply. It allows us to for each of the column or item, for each of the item in a column, right, is going to run that function on each of them. Right? That's what it allows us to do. So what I want to do is I want to, for each of this, I want to add dash here, count 1 to 3, put a dash, count 1 to 3, put a dash. So how am I going to do that? Let's see. I'll use a lambda. I think a lambda would work. Lambda, I'll say x. Okay. I'll say x from 0 all the way to 3 plus x from, okay, I need to add a dash first. Okay, I think this plus, okay, I think this is what I need. 3 all the way to 6. 0, 1, 2, 3 all the way to 6. I think 6 is okay. Then let me copy this again from all the way here. I think I need everything from here is what I need. Dash, there's a dash, and I'll go from 6 all the way to the end. Okay, let me run this and see what happens. Let me just push this out. Run this. What am I getting? Let's see if it works. What is it telling us? It's telling us int object is not subscribable. Okay, what it means is simply this value here is considered as an integer, right? So I cannot actually work on this directly. What I need to do is I would need to convert it first to a string before I do any calculations on it. So to do that, I'm going to use the apply as well. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take, okay, say x for any x for each of the item in this column, convert the item value to a string, right? Okay, let's work this now. Let's see if it works. Now, what is the issue? Okay, I need to assign it as well. Can't just convert it and leave it. To assign this to this and see if it works. Okay, I think this would work. Okay, it's working perfectly, but I have not assigned this. I did not run this. Okay, so now I need to run this. As you can see, it's working the way I want it to work. Actually, it's working as I want it to work, but I need to assign this first, then run this, then assign this one again, right? Okay, I think this will work perfectly. Okay, let me call this and see if it works. As you can see, it's working perfectly. So the next thing I need to do is to actually, I think I can move this, but notwithstanding, I'm not going to leave it. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to remove all of this, none, and this one as well, right? So how am I going to do that? I'm going to say, just going to grab these, just grab everything from here, copy this, paste this here, and say the first thing I want to get is for n, n dash, okay. I think I'm gonna have to move this over to here because I don't want to interfere with everything. Or better still, let me just comment this out so it doesn't run. Then comment this out, then paste, and let's run this. Then I want to change this to the next one. I think this is it. Okay, I think this is it. Run it again. Then I think I'm basically done. Let me check it out again. What am I getting? Yeah, I'm getting nothing because I've replaced. Oh, I need to actually make this cap. Okay, I think I need to make this capital letter as well. I could just deactivate the regex. That would have worked as well. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just make it capital letter. Okay. Just run this at the same time. Make this N. Then make this cap. Run this again. Perfect. So this is perfect. So we're gonna move forward. So the next thing we're going to do is this address. I want to break it into its component parts, right? So this is the actual address, the actual street address. This is the state, and this is the zip code, right? So I want to break each of the address to street address, state, and zip code. So to do that is very, very simple. I'll say data frame, or I'm not going to use data frame, the actual name. Just take all of this, move all of this, and say, you know, when we're on work with data frame, we could actually create a new value, street address, just underscore. Like this, right? They just equate it. Whatever we equate, it's going to be the value for that particular stuff that we are, particular column that we've created, right? So basically the same thing. So what I'm going to do here is I'll create a list. Take a list would work. List, it's a comma, street, state, comma, zip code. Okay. Then I'm going to put my let me just get this dot string dot split. This is a method, right? Now, so what are we splitting over? Splitting on comma, and we're going to set a parameter. Let me take if I can open this up. Tab. Okay, it's not opening up. If you want to check this in your pandas documentation, you can just paste this. You want to learn more about it, just paste it on your search. Remove all of this. Then when it comes up, you read the documentation and you get more understanding on how it actually works. If you need more explanation, and set your expand to true. Right, so what this means is every time it breaks it into a new, it breaks the particular string on the comma, it's going to assign it to a new table, right? A new column, sorry, it's going to assign it to a new column. So for this, this part is going to be a column, this part is going to be in a column, this part is going to be in a column. So when I run this, enter, let's see, what is the error? The error we get in column must be same length as key. Okay. Let's see if this is a mistake. Okay, I think that was the mistake I was making. Just copy this and paste this here. Okay. Oh, damn. I think I made a terrible mistake right here. Okay, I'm splitting out the address, not the phone number. I'm gonna have to drop that. Splitting out the address. Okay. Okay. Okay, to remove that, what I did was I simply got the name of the column, which is when I did it, it had the name. So this was the name. Remove this. I had to specify, instead of using a square bracket, name entered like this. Let me see if I can recreate that. So I had to enter the name in a parenthesis of the square brackets to actually remove the name from my list. So what I'm going to do now is very simple. I'm just going to remove just the address, since that's the one I want to remove. Move all of this to the end and run this. So the next thing is to standardize the paying customer and do not call. So I'm getting some is Y, so my N, right? I need to make, anywhere I see N should be no, anywhere I see Y should be yes. Okay. To do that, I will need to create a function. Let's call the function check yes, yes, and no. Okay. Takes in, let's pass the value. Because when we use it with the apply function, always pass a value. We say if value is equal to y, return yes, yes. Okay. So we're gonna do this for all of them. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Let's change this to else if. Let's see if someone copy this. This. Yes. This. Then I'll put my else. So if none of this works, then just return. Let's just return an empty string. Okay. So when value is y, return yes. When value is yes, return yes. When value is n, return no. When value is no, still return no. And if there is nothing there, simply return an empty string. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. So the next thing we are going to do, we're going to actually have to apply this function into this let me grab this, just grab this one. Oh, no need, I'm just going to use it like that. I'm just going to grab this, copy this and paste this. I'm going to pass into do not call say dot apply, and I'm going to apply this function. Getting no, yes, no, yes. So the one that have nothing, right? Let's see, do not apply. Then when there is not a number, it's going to give me nothing. I think I have not a number, not a number, not a number, not a number. I think. Okay, I think I have like one here. So let's go. No, no. Then this is not a number. No, no, not a number. Okay. So now I have to assign it to this. Okay, I think it's called Then do it again for paying customers as well. So let me just look at it if it works as intended. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Okay, it's working perfectly. So next thing we need to do is to remove all empty strings. Remove all empty value with an empty string. Okay. Okay. So once we replace all empty values with an empty string, things like none, none, I could have even done that. Yeah. Okay. Things like this. If I left it be, I would have been able to actually do what I wanted to do. But don't understand, this is what I wanted to do. Things like this, where you're saying on, any stuff like that. You can simply use this method dot fill now, which means fill anything that is empty with. So I'm going to say fill it with nothing. Okay. When I run this, getting anything that is empty is being filled with nothing at all. Okay. As you can see. Okay. Moving on. Filter the list to present only people who we can contact. Okay. So who can we contact? So we need to get a list of people that says do not contact is no. When they are do not contact, right, is no. It means they want us to contact them. And what do we need? We need to filter the people that actually has phone numbers. Right. So these are the people that we can contact. People that say we should contact them. People that say that do not contact no. And people that have valid phone numbers. So to do that, you simply use the filter using all along. Let me do a little filtering, let's say. Data frame, so data frame. I'm going to use, let's do for this one first. Data frame is dot is in. Let's use yes. Okay. Now we do it. Okay, sorry. I should use call list data frame. Okay. Let's run this. Okay. So it's returning for the people that said yes, but I want to return the opposite. So people that said no, that's what I need. Okay. So I'm going to use this key, this tilde sign. Let's see if it works. I think I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it here. And this one I'm going to put it. Okay. So I'm getting the result for people that said no and people that didn't even say anything. And if they don't specify we should contact them or should not contact them, we are going to have to call them. Going to call them. Okay. So what I need to do is to now assign this as my results, enter this, copy this back in, and do the same thing with this, but this time I'm going to check with numbers, full numbers. Phone number empty. I'm going to use empty for this. Let me just. So if it's empty, I'm going to get the result for that. I'm going to invert the result, so I'll get the one where the number are not empty. So let's run this, see what we get. Okay. Enter. So first and foremost, I'm just going to show you if it's actually worked. So this is our list. We have our list of people that whose number are available and that do not contact is no. Actually, you can actually contact them. Okay. So now I have to reset my index. Set index. I think it will work. It did work, but we are having this here. So there's a method to remove that. Let me see. Set index drop. Drop. Set drop to true. Equals to true. Okay. Okay, I need to also set my in place. In place equals to true. The last thing we need to do is to export our final results. So whoever is going to call will actually have what to call with. So we have to export it as a CSV file. So jd.to CSV. I think this is it. Then get my location. And let me just export it directly to where this Jupyter file is. Cleaned list.csv. Panda sounds small. Okay, it's not panda, is there? So go to my back user the book and cleaned lists, which is this, and my result is right over here. Okay, and it's exported with the index number. Okay, that's it for this class on cleaning your data with pandas. So be sure to practice, and if you have any question, go to the documentation, use ChatGPT, and you can also always contact me.